Alright everyone, welcome back to our distant learning program. So right now you are viewing the video which is the techniques that I would like to give you on how you can prepare for your final exam. Alright, so from the previous week on Friday, as I remember, I believe your teacher already gave you some of the practice exercise. So those practice exercises are extracted from your final exam. So I believe that you have to do that and finish all of those exercise. And along the way, if you have any question regarding to those, you can ask your teacher, because the point that you saw on the previous exercise will appear in your final exam. So the good way to do that is to practice exercise and to prepare yourself to do the test. So this video I would like to give you a quick idea of how to prepare for your final exam. So the previous video I did give you the clue on how you can prepare the vocabulary lesson. Now I am going to give you the hints of what will appear in the exam and what to review, what grammar points to review. Okay, so the question is, you might ask, where are we going to take the exam? So the good news is we are preparing for the final exam in the actual classroom. So your exam will be in a paper-based test, right? So be prepared. There is no online final exam. Okay, there will be a paper-based test in your actual classroom. Right? So what are the test specification? So what will you see in the test? Okay, actually there are 5 sections in the test. For the first one, it is the listening point. The second one is the vocabulary that I have already covered and give the clue on how to review. And the other one is the grammar section, with your teacher give you some of those exercises to do at home already. And the second last, right, is the reading exercise, and the last one is the writing exercise. So for the reading exercise, you have learned a lot about the reading techniques on how to do a gap filling, heading matching, answer comprehension questions, okay, true false statement. And for the writing, you have learned many different type of paragraph. You learn the process paragraph, the opinion paragraph, cause and effects paragraph, problem and solution paragraph. So writing will be very easy for you if you follow up with my lessons previously. But in this video, I would like to focus on the grammar part, because you have learned a lot of lessons, so you might forget some grammar point. Okay, so it's a good way to review this for your final exam. As you can see here, this is the grammar point that I extracted from your course book. Okay, and it is about the modal of possibilities. So the modal of possibility, or we call the modal verb of possibility, are the verbs that you use in order to express the level of certainty. Do you remember that, everyone? So I did produce a video cover this lesson already. If you want to review that, you can go back to those lessons on YouTube. You can search for it, and in your course book as well, you can go through your course book and find this lesson. Below this lesson, there is the grammar practice exercise that you should do it. Okay, so let's look at this. So the modal verb of possibility, there are 3 main groups. We have the possibility 50-50, we have strong possibility. So the probability of what you are predicting, it can be 80% true, right? And the near certainty, you use the word must and can't, it should be 95 to 98% true. So let's look at the example given. If in the sentence, the chance of getting the correct assumption is only 50%, you are not really sure, but because of other factor that led you to think like that, and you are not sure. So the word that you can use, or the modal verb that you can use, is could, may, or might. If you look at the example, who's at the door? I don't know, it could be Jack. Okay, so if you look at this response, the speaker B don't know who at the door, but he just guessed. It's possible that it could be John, and it's possible it could not be John. We are not sure, just 50-50%. For the second group, should and ought to, it's still the possibility, but it's much stronger. Okay, it based on some evidence, based on some reason. Okay, so this movie ought to be good. It's very popular. So you cannot say it could be good. Why? Because we have the reason or the evidence here. It's very popular. If the movie is popular, you think that it ought to be good, but you are not sure. You can go there, maybe you don't like it, you don't know, but it is popular and you think it ought to be good. Okay, so the possibility that the movie is good is around 80%, right? And the last one, which is near certainty, you are very clear, you are sure of what you think because you have evidence, you have proof to prove your reason. So you use the word must, or in the negative form, can't. Okay, so if you like to laugh, you must like comedies. So here the speaker are very certain, right? So in the exercise, maybe in your final exam, they will give you a choice. For example, in one sentence, they extract the modal verb and ask you to choose which modal verb to complete in the sentence, right? So in that case, make sure you understand the meaning of the sentence. Is the speaker are not quite sure? Is the speaker are clear or certain enough to move his statement? So when you decide this, it's easy for you to decide. All right, so make sure you are familiar with this point. So move on to the second point, which is the that clause. So you can use that clause in order to give suggestion as well, but that clause can also be used to express the idea, speech, okay, and also giving advice. That clause mostly the noun clause. Okay, just remember this, or it can be an adjective clause. Sorry. Okay, let's look at the example here. So the that clause here, I think that swimming is fun. Right? So I think that swimming is fun. The word that swimming is fun is a that clause that express your idea, your thought. And other one, I'm happy that you are here. So this one gives you the reason why I am happy that you are here, or because you are here. So remember, that clause can be used to express our thought, idea, speech, and to give advice. But it depends on the verb or the adjective that follow the that clause. Okay? So the word think, believe, hope, guess, know, and bet, those verbs, they express their thought, their idea. Or the adjective, certain, sure, convinced, it can express their advice or their suggestions. All right? Okay. And the last one is the grammar practice. This one is blind grammar practice. because you don't know what the lesson is. But if you look at the verb, we have to infinitive and the verb ing, which is gerund. All right. So to infinitive and gerund here is the lesson that is very tricky because you have to remember what verb you use with what, right? Okay, so this practice exercise, just a quick a quick review for you to remember that you have learned to infinitive and gerund as well. So this is the end of the video, everyone. Your teacher will give you more grammar practice exercise to make sure that you cut up with the lesson and be able to do that to prepare for your final exam. So everyone, that's it for the video today. Thank you very much for your paying attention. Goodbye.